Imagine a world where the air you breathe is yellow, a thick, choking fog that smells of coal smoke and rotting waste. This is London, 1850. To the outside world, it's the heart of the British Empire, the wealthiest city on earth. But for you, it's a battleground for survival. You wake up in a room no larger than a modern closet, shared with 5 other people. There is no running water. There is no toilet. The walls are damp, and the only light comes from a flickering candle that you can barely afford. Outside your window, the streets are a river of mud and horse manure. But you have no time to complain. In the Victorian era, if you don't work, you don't eat. Before the sun is even up, the city is screaming. You hear the iron wheels of carriages clattering on cobblestones and the distant coughs of thousands suffering from the great stink. In the year 1858, the River Thames became so toxic that even the Queen could not stand the smell. But this is your home. This is the reality behind the lace and the top hats. Today, we aren't just looking at history, we are living it. This is a day in the life of a Victorian survivor. Step into the shadows of the 19th century, where every breath is a victory and every night is a mystery. By 6 a.m., you are already on the move. In Victorian London, childhood is a luxury you cannot afford. If you are lucky, you might be a mudlark, wading through the freezing, filthy mud of the River Thames at low tide, searching for scraps of iron, coal, or copper to sell for a few pennies. Or perhaps you are a chimney sweep, small enough to climb into suffocating, soot-filled tunnels where the air burns your lungs. Every breath is a gamble. The factories are no better. They are loud, dangerous machines that never sleep. Men and women work 14 hours a day in rooms filled with the smell of grease and sweat. There are no safety laws here. If you lose a finger, you lose your job. By noon, your stomach is screaming. But what can you buy? A slice of bread that has been whitened with poisonous alum or chalk to make it look fresh. Maybe a cup of tea made from recycled leaves collected from the trash of the wealthy. The water? Don't touch it. Unless you want to meet cholera, the silent killer that lives in every pump. You see the gentlemen in their fine suits passing by, looking at you as if you are part of the scenery, not a human being. They live in a world of gaslight and silk, while you live in a world of shadows and cold dust. Between 1840 and 1860, the gap between the rich and the poor grew into a massive canyon. As the clock strikes 2 in the afternoon, your body aches, but the shift is far from over. You are surrounded by thousands of others just like you. Invisible people building the greatest empire in history on an empty stomach. As night falls on the Victorian streets, the fog thickens, and a new kind of terror emerges. In the year 1850, London is not just dirty, it is dangerous. The lack of street lighting in the slums means that the shadows belong to the garroters, criminals who would choke you from behind for a single copper coin. But the shadows in the alleys are nothing compared to the shadows inside the hospitals. If you fall ill, God help you. This is the era before antibiotics and before doctors understood germs. A surgeon is often judged by how fast he can amputate a limb, not how clean his tools are. In fact, many doctors take pride in their blood-stained coats. To them, the more blood, the more experience. You might go into a hospital with a broken leg and leave in a wooden box because of an infection you caught from the doctor's unwashed hands. And then, there is the medicine. Feeling tired? A doctor might prescribe you laudanum, a potent mix of opium and alcohol that is sold over the counter like candy. Even the children are given soothing syrups filled with narcotics to keep them quiet while their parents work. Death is a constant neighbor. In a city of 2 million people, the cemetery is the only place that is never empty. If you hear the church bells ringing, you don't ask for whom they toll. You already know. In a city where life is so cheap, the only thing that costs a fortune is a proper burial. But as the clock strikes midnight, you realize you have survived another 24 hours. You are one of the lucky ones, for now. As the first light of dawn breaks through the smog of 1850, you realize that you have done the impossible. You have survived a day in the most dangerous city on earth. But the London you see is changing. From the filth of the Great Stink came the world's most advanced sewer system. From the darkness of the slums came the first laws to protect children and workers. The people of this era, the mudlarks, the chimney sweeps, and the factory workers, built the modern world we live in today. Their suffering paved the way for the medicine, the rights, and the safety we often take for granted. Behind every grand building in London, there is a ghost story of someone who worked 16 hours a day to make it possible. Thank you for walking through the shadows of history with us today. If you found this journey into the past fascinating, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We have many more stories to tell from the darkest corners of time. What part of Victorian life shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, remember, history is not just about kings and queens. It is about the survivors like you. Goodbye for now. Before we go, here are 3 fast facts that will make you glad you live in the modern world. First, in 1850, the life expectancy for a working-class person in London was only 22 years. Second, people used to sell their old clothes to rag-and-bone men, who would then sell them to paper mills. Your shirt could literally become someone's stationery. And third, if you were caught stealing a loaf of bread, you wouldn't just go to jail. You might be sent to Australia on a prison ship, a journey that took 4 months in horrible conditions. These were the hidden rules of the Victorian Age, a time of great progress, but even greater sacrifice.